And we're back with more Radiant Dawn. This time, probably we keep going with Micaiah, right? That's what I expect.
This sudden aggression shocks the Alliance like a lightning bolt on a clear day.
Like a lightning bolt on a clear day.
With their only avenue of retreat blocked, the forces of the Laguz Alliance begin to
Well, I'd say the focus on this narration is actually in the Laguz Alliance, so maybe we actually take control of the Laguz Alliance, meaning Ike.
Gallian morale is further improved by the appearance of Tibarn and Ike's forces, who aid the Beast Army with Talon and Steel.
Talon and Steel. How lyrical. Okay. Rivals collide. Rivals collide. Meaning... That night on the east of the Riven River, on the... Wait. No way. Rivals collide? This early? This early? Common sense tells me this has to be Micaiah, but how would that work? Okay, let's see. The Dain army is working with Menion. That's unexpected, to say the least. Why would Dain join the war? I thought all their resources would be tied up in reconstruction. Yeah, that bothers me too. There's something weird about all this. Didn't Dain resent Menion's occupation? Why would they be so quick to help out their former enemy? Why does that matter? We are running out of time. We must deal with this quickly if we are to get home. You're a screamer. Have you recovered from your wounds already? Yes. Do not underestimate the healing power of the Beast Drive. Alright, everyone's here. Let's begin the meeting. Immediate threat is the Dain army. They've daggering around the area that we'll have to use to cross the Riven. Maybe we can find another spot to cross? No, we can't afford it. If we waste any more time, the Central Army will catch up to us. If that happens, we are dead. Ranulf, tell me your impression of the Dain army. Anything special? Well, there weren't very many of them, but their morale was really up there. Their commander seemed very clever as well. It must be the Maiden of Dawn. Who? Ooh. That, I know he didn't mean it like that, but it really sounded like... Who's that? Who the fuck's supposed to be that? She was the hero of the recent Dain uprising. Micaiah is her name, if I recall correctly. Supposedly she has performed miracles and turned many losing battles into victories. An interesting figure. Miracles. I'm finding that a bit hard to swallow. Are you sure about that? Who knows? Personally, I doubt it. All I know is that Dain army believes in her miracles, which makes her dangerous. This Maiden of Dawn is supposed to be the savior of Dain, whose miraculous powers freed the people from tyranny. In other words, her followers are fanatics who see her as a goddess. She will make a formidable enemy. If we attack them head on, the fighting won't stop until one side is decimated. There's gotta be a way to avoid that, right? What about a decoy force, like we've used in the past? The decoy only worked because the enemy didn't expect it. I wouldn't count on the same strategy working twice. Not necessarily. The Empire assumes superiority over all other countries. Menion is only using the Dain army as a pawn to stop us, and likely won't care if it is destroyed in the process. As such, the Dain army is most likely uninformed about our past tactics. You might have a point there. I went scouting after the fog cleared and their forces look really unprepared to fight us. They had no ballista, and they hadn't fielded many fire mages. Don't remind me, please. Tormod, where are you? It felt like they didn't know a thing about fighting Laguz. Then we should definitely have a decoy force, hit them head on, while the bulk of the army crosses the river in the meantime. I'll head up the decoy force then. The armies of Gallium Phoenicis can cross the river while we fight. I'll go with you, Raik. Dain would get suspicious if they didn't see any Lagoos in the enemy force. Sounds like a plan to me. Take some of my men as well if you want. I don't want their talents getting dull. The Lagoos Alliance may have lost the war of might, but we haven't lost the war to save the lives of our brothers. This fight will be ours. Yes. With the fangs and wings of the Lagoos and the knowledge of the Bjork, we will return home. Dain cannot stop us now. Just as they could not stop us during the Mad King's War. We can do this. Okay. Some people from your army, but not you yourself, right, Tibarn? That sounds like maybe Yana Falnulki. So happens to be that I have a very rare and precious item in my possession. Which of you deserves it? Me, I want it. No, you should give it to me. No way, I know it all like you doesn't need it. I'm so tiny and helpless, I need help. Stuffy know it all. How dare you, madam? Okay. Alright, I personally don't care. Okay. Stop it already. Alright, Kisa, take it. Why did you give it to him? Because he's your commander officer. Alright then. What is it with you two? Howl. Yeah, that's a skill for Lagos, right? Another Rolf's bow, that's cool. And Quick Claw. We already saw Quick Claw. It's not crazy. I'm a bit low on. I'm a bit low on money. Don't I have like, I don't know. What are the coins for? I don't get it. Okay, I'm going to start selling some burns because I have plenty of them. They are very useful, but I need the money. Also, the Satori sign... energy drop. True. Oh, true, you have it. Then yeah. I'm going to give you this, and also... The Olivine Grass can go to you, I guess. I might need it. And you're going to use the energy drop. Okay. Aside from that, do I have like a word experience? Okay. I don't have that much. I could use it to get some of my units a bit closer to promo. I feel like, as I said, you might be going there by yourself. You should promote with a crown when I get it. Mia is actually like sort of in the middle. So I'm going to give her 1 level. Okay, that works nicely. And then who else? Who wants experience? Who would be able to promote naturally after? Oh, that works nicely. Yeah. That's cool. 2 levels on both. Yeah, you're just getting closer to a natural promo. So I think that's okay. On skills, I can basically get Howl, right? Howl can immobilize an enemy unit or for 1 turn after that enemy uses an indirect attack. Oh, so it's good for units that tank physical attacks, right? But you can't give Howl to... Yeah, you can only give it to Lagos. So it would have to be Mordecai or... Honestly, why don't I give it to you? Yeah, I'm giving it to Ranulf. Is it a good idea? I wouldn't know. Okay, we save and we go. I don't really know what we are going to find. Should be fine. Whoa, that's full. That's fucking full of units. The Goose failed to cross the river. This is their last chance to try. This time they'll attack with Bjork as well. So, you know what that means. If we end up fighting Bjork, I know. We'll probably be fighting the Grill Mercenaries, I'm aware. It's not going to be pretty. So, tell me more about Commander Ike. Why, you used to hate it when I said anything about him. I want to know more about the man I'll be fighting against. What kind of person is he? Well, let's see. He's generous. He doesn't care about pretty things. He holds no prejudice against Laguz, nor does he care about the opinions of the nobles. He's a master swordsman. He accomplishes everything he sets out to do. He's a true hero. I see, he sounds quite different from King Pelias. Micaiah, they don't even compare. King Pelias lacks any leadership or decision-making skills. That maybe, but I believe in King Pelias. His heart is in the right place. I believe in his virtuous nature and his commitment to being a good king. Even though he would set you on a war that doesn't involve bloodshed at all, a war of bigotry and hate, fighting on the same side of our real enemies, you're smarter than this, Micaiah. So, we've been through this. I know we're about to fight Ike and the Grill Mercenaries, but it's time, shall we? Those two are still here. So much for friendly advice, I guess. Now it's friends against friends. Things are getting crazy around here. Alright. Had to leave behind Oscar for this one. Not too proud of that fact, but Ranulf is a force deploy and... yeah, I kind of need Rayson, I need Har. I want to keep using Mist, Void, so I didn't have a lot of choice there. My other option was Shinon, but... I'd rather that's not a thing. Okay. So... should we stay? Should we be aggressive? It's a survive map, so I could be a bit calm, but that's just not my style, right? I think Grayson is going to be in the middle for now, but here I basically have Sword, Axe, Lance, and... the enemy's on the move. They are crossing the river. There are humans among the beasts. Here he comes. Without the advantage of an ambush, this fight is sure to be tougher than our last one. I am not sure about that. Like, for you it shouldn't be harder, honestly. I want to try the killer, yes. I also want Har to be around here, more or less. I want you closer, but not that close. Okay, should be careful about the enemies in the back. This is probably Laura, by the way. When they are surrounded... oh, that's Nolan. That's the Tarbos, so I should be careful. When they are surrounded, they are probably like named characters, right? So you're probably supposed to be Laura, and if there's any halberdier that looks out of place here, yeah, you're supposed to be Aran, right? Steelblade shouldn't double, but I don't double either. Okay, that provokes some enemies. You're facing Ike himself, which means a one-shot. Okay. Yeah, pretty brutal. Goodbye. Okay. Yana Fanulki? Yana Fanulki. Do I have to talk? Yanaf? What are you doing here? Oh, hey Ike. Don't mind me, I'm just getting somewhere. Right. And here I was assuming you were here to guard Rayson. Shh! Not so loud. You can't let the White Prince know I'm here. I know. I'm just giving you a hard time. Then help me. Hey, how about this? I'll join the Grill Mercenaries. Sounds great to me. Free labor is always welcome. Based. Okay, well, yeah, free labor is always welcome. we need the recruits, right? Okay. Do you have anything? You can revert. You have Wild Heart. I could give you Wild Heart to make it possible for you to do anything inside. Oh yeah, hit 20 Vision 5. That's very cool. And it's Yanaf only. Okay, that's cool. And then Ulki, who's going exactly here too. A Satori sign. Isn't it level 30? Yeah. Imbues the user with a powerful skill. Maybe I should have waited for Ranulf to use that. Well, hindsight is 2020, as they say. Missed? Can't stand by and watch you mess this up. Sure, okay. Can't I, like... Ah, man. That was a bad choice. Okay. I can probably rescue and drop you anyway, but that wasn't the best idea. Can you rescue Shinon? Yeah. Okay, then. After red kill. Oh yeah, I left Ri also. Well, Riz. Sorry. I'm used to getting everyone flashbacks. Okay, I'm still getting the magic, the speed. I just don't see the strength. Maybe the strength is supposed to not be there, so... Wait, double. Okay. Then it's no problem taking care of the halberdiers. Seems like Har can do it pretty easily. Of course, what can he not do pretty easily? Okay, these guys are going up. You're facing a Wodao. If I get one critical, because I'm guessing I double a Polex, I kill. There we go. Nice job, Mia. Nice job. Nice job. Okay. I have so many sword masters I like in this game. Eventually, I'm assuming in the end game all the armies are going to join up, right? How am I supposed to choose between the Hark, Lucia, and Mia? I like all of them. Okay, finally Rayson does... Oh, nice. Nice, okay, I didn't know what Bliss was. I assume it might be healing, but it just changes you into your highest biorhythm. Okay, that's very good for defensive purposes. If you can't, like if you don't really want to dance for anyone, you can just give them a very high biorhythm. This is a Great Lance, so I'm assuming I double, because those are pretty heavy. No, actually I don't double. You probably double, because you are hard. You actually have the same damage, meaning you and Void have the same strength. The difference is in the speed. So there goes, there goes. This guy is battling Shinon through the dead tree, even though it doesn't show in the map. That technology is not available to us yet. This is, however, a fucking critical to the face. Holy shit, okay. Go for that, go for that. How about two Satori signs? One of them has to go to a flyer. And yeah. Like I'm not going to invest heavily on two Lagus of the same time. If I use two, it's going to be like a birth and a... one experience. Okay. Maybe it's not worth it to give you kills. Also, you can shift. I don't think it's worth it yet. I'll wait until maybe the map turns a bit more difficult. I mean, I don't have to risk anything here. I can just go there. Yanaf is also fine. Yeah. I mean, aside from that Dragon Master, it's no real menace. I'm guessing Janov and Ulkin are pretty good against the Dragon Masters, because they are given to me in this map. Just one more damage and you would be able to do this. But I won't complain, that was a nice outcome anyway. Alright. I don't think I double, but you might surprise me. You surprise me. Okay, they might be promoted, but they aren't hard. And you fly somewhere where I can give the kill to Ulki, basically. Is this a Dragon Master too? I don't think so. I think this is an unpromoted. There's no way I get one shot in promoted. Bird Lagoons are weird. I never quite understand if they are supposed to be. I don't get a feel for them as a unit, you know? Which is a weird complaint, I know, but it's just my main problem with them. Ooh, battling that crossbow with a short axe or something? Now that's tempting. That's tempting. Also getting in there with Ranulf, yes, generally seems like a cool idea. Only have a hand axe, not do I shift for the movement? Yes. We're going to shift. We're at that point in the map already. Turn 6, halfway point. I can afford to shift. Okay. So how is this? You're very accurate. More than me. But I do quite a lot. I don't think I double. Yeah. But it's good damage. You probably get healed by the physic anyway. So it doesn't matter. Here I expect to double. 0 taken. Well, I double now. That's for sure. With Adept, you always double. Okay. Nice job, Soren. Nice job. Who else wants to move? The Sword of Masters. That's the limit of your range, meaning you won't have counter after this. I only do 17 times 2. I mean, I can take the kill myself, or I can give it to someone else. I approach with Shinon, because I think it would be cool to give Shinon some kills here. But hey, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. A Lombo, the Hark, who's pretty scary. Sort of want to go here. I'm doing exactly that. I don't care about anything. No damage, no hit. I can just go in there and destroy them. I think I'm down to like 17... 21. Alright. I should be okay anyway. Even if I get attacked by plenty of the things that are in here, I should be fine. Okay, Janov, you're not doing anything, so push. That way, you can do this with Mist support. Pretty cool. But remember, this isn't super effective. Because they aren't flyers, they are dragons. It's completely different, obviously. I think that's bullshit, but... well. I'm a bit scared of running out of... Oof. That's 4? Just for getting attacked? And if you get hurt, does it reduce more or... well, we might never know. Or... still, you don't get attacked by enough people, so... Still lands against Windage. Why did I keep the Windage? Sorry. A stupid mistake. I wanted to switch. That's why I moved Soren after. Okay, this is a kill for Ranulf. This is basically the way you use Lagoons, in my opinion. You have them kill a bunch of enemies or weaken a bunch of enemies, Then you take them back. You're untransforming after this, actually. Yeah, because you are going down to 1. If you get attacked by the last... No, you prefer Nafani. Anyway, I should probably run out and rebirth. Get a crit? Nah. Go for the crit. Adept. Well, that's not a crit, but might as well be. Flare. Well, that's an animation. I don't know what Flare does exactly, to be honest. Nullifies the opponent's resistance and restores HP equal to damage dealt. Yo. That sounds insane. Okay. Etarth. Etarth because I can dance you out after this. And I want to take care of the boss. What's next? You. Okay, probably not getting doubled. Well, that's still Blade. So, no, you're not getting doubled. Easy to 5th kill. You're moving. You're moving too. I didn't expect to provoke you. I mean, I wanted to go for you. I just didn't want to provoke you in the process. Okay, not great. Oh no. Oh no, I provoked Sihark. Okay, that's bad news, obviously. Scary situation. Scary situation. I mean, 25 defense is pretty cool. So let's see. Okay, you go for that. That opens a space for Thihark. So Thihark is probably attacking me with a wind edge of his own. I'd like to finish this map without, you know, killing anyone, because seems like that might be like an optional thing. Wyrmslayer, okay. Don't kill here. Wyverns are coming up. Pretty scary stuff. Yeah, between these two, I should double. Do I? I do. Okay. I double. That's good news. Now the biggest thing is the Iron Axe breaks. I'm not doing very well on weaponry. Yeah, there are wyverns on the right. Also, you might have blocked the heart, which I would appreciate. Can the heart not move now? Well, he can approach, but he's no good. I'm going to hand axe. We saw before that this kills, so I'm going to hand axe. Avoids the counter. Is a decent use of it. Not that I have a lot of people to use axes with in this army. Now that Titan is gone. Bless her soul. There's only like... Yeah, that's good. Okay, you can definitely get in there. And you can go there to do some healing, and I can dance you out. In fact, I shouldn't have to dance you out. Strength magic is speed, defense, absolutely everything. I don't want to dance you out. I want to trade you the Elthander. And I want to bliss you. Okay, you're at best already. But I want you to be at your very best. Because it gives experience, right? Okay. The thing is, because of Shade, this Pollack should never go for Soren, but we can test it here. Yeah, and then I can move you around a little bit, like, I don't know. What's the turn? Has to be like turn 9 or 10. I'm using up the Wyrmslayer a little bit here. But that's okay. Okay. The Nolan group has been provoked. That's the Handax. Obviously, we don't care about that. But I would appreciate killing the Handax this same turn. So probably have to... And yeah, because of Shade, you ignore. Okay, so that's, I think, a one-shot. Yeah, that works. That certainly works. Oh no, no, don't do that. Don't do that. That's annoying. Whoa. Did you see that? I didn't like that one bit. Did you see that guy moving? Okay, this is turn 11, so it's only 2 more turns. You don't really have to concern yourself about anything, it's just the Handax. As long as the Handax can be killed, I should be fine. Yeah, the Halberdier on the right. Well, Adept, Flare. Bye-bye. Okay, Flare is mostly going to be a one-shot, I feel. Because if it ignores a special defense, it should be even more relevant later on. Now I do that. I can probably just dance you out of there. Ike. Also, I should probably shift already. Yeah, that way I can just dance everyone out. I'm about to do a multiple Galder, should be obvious. So I shift. And now I Galder. Galder around. Okay. Now the whole idea is if I take you out... Yes. Okay. Mia, you don't have a lot of things in your inventory. So you can give a Steelix. Yeah, a Steelix sounds nice. By the way, I don't know, you probably have a support. Raise it. Now Mia can pass this to you. Nice. And I'm guessing with that weapon you can... Yes. That's like the highest range enemy we have around. Then there's the Hark, which is obviously, you know, a problem and all. But I can probably block the Hark in some way. I could risk it, put Ranulf in range and see if Howl activates. And that way he will get paralyzed. I've had more disgusting ideas, that's for sure. Why not? And then the important thing, this allows me to run away. Okay, you can actually go for close combat. So with a critical and everything, you could do quite a lot. Let's hope I didn't fuck this up on the last possible turn. I'm sort of an expert at doing that. Just use the Wind Edge because you see you can attack without, you know, contact. Thihark, or don't move at all. Don't move at all, Thihark. We're friends. He moves closer but doesn't attack. Am I supposed to recruit you? Doesn't look like it. Maybe Ike? No. If I can't talk to you, then you are not recruitable. Okay. Survive for 12 turns, and this is turn 12. Let's grab all the experience we can and yeah, head home. Alright then. That's not Nolan. Just checking. Because it's not clear to me if you kill actual, you know, actual playable units in this map, they might be dead on the Micaiah side or something crazy. Would seem a bit overkill to me, but, you know, could be the case. I might try it on the Micaiah side, because I don't mind losing some bad unit on Ike, but Micaiah has a very limited amount of good units, you know? Now, if I take out, for example, I don't know, Brom, I don't care. That's the end. Enough, the king is calling us. Right, good. Looks like we did it. Ike, the main force has crossed the river, we did it. Excellent. Everyone push through. Let's meet up with the main force. Perfect job. The beast soldiers are behind us. We're being attacked from behind. The Galleons? How did they cross the river? It's not just the beast. There are hundreds of hawks as well. Even the hawk tribe is here? The Venian army never told us that they had moved out. They got us. Commander Ike's force was just a decoy. Staying will only increase casualties. Let's retreat. No, maiden. We can still fight. Please give us your orders. I have. We shall retreat. I will not let all of you die in vain. But... General's orders. We kept our losses to a minimum. That's enough for this battle. Yes, sir. Micaiah, I'm surprised. This is the first time you couldn't predict the enemy's movement. You're right. Micaiah? Oh, what's wrong? So don't... Yes, act normal. Everyone is watching. What's happening there? Dying keep. This is a Micaiah. This might be... Elias, you're negotiating with Lekain of all guys. What? Micaiah failed to eradicate the Lacus Alliance. No. This looks bad, King Peleus. Is this how the people of Dain repay Venium for all the kindness it has offered them? I'm afraid Dain and the Senate's friendly relationship stops here. Please, wait. Give me one more chance, I beg of you. Well. Since you begged, I suppose I will consider it. Please, just listen. Dain remains loyal to the Senate. We will carry out any task given to us. Your whim is our command. Yes, please, give us another chance. Very well. We shall overlook your failure this one time, but only once. Farewell, young king of Dain. Oh wow, I don't like this at all. Peleus. Yeah, I was going to say, is it Almeda? Mother. That man you were speaking with. He's a senator from Venium, correct? Duke Lekain of Gados, I believe. He was here before as a part of the Empire's inspection team. He came in Duke Persis' death. Persis' death. Yes, you're right, Mother. That was Vice Minister Lekain of Venium, so you saw us two together. Tell Mother what happened. You look absolutely terrified. Does that man have something on you? Is he trying to hurt you? It's alright to tell your mother. No, it's quite alright, Mother. We were talking about the future of our two countries and how we might repair our relations. But please go back to your room. I shall go rest as well. I find myself very tired of late. Peleus, wait. Oh, my son. Alright. Peleus, there's something weird happening with Peleus. One thing I really loved about this chapter, by the way, is how we control the Ike army, but story-wise it wasn't really focusing in the Ike army, it was focusing in the Dain, the Micaiah army. And Micaiah was even presented as Soren by Soren as her followers are fanatics, and I can see that being a thing because we saw the Maiden of Dawn stuff was so relevant in Dying. Itsuka was even worried she might be more popular than the king, which is just a crazy concept if you think about it. But yeah, Micaiah remains loyal to Peleas, and Peleas' decisions, I don't know exactly where they are coming from. I feel like there's something else going on there with Lekain and Peleas, and with, the loyalty to the Senate. It just seems a bit unnatural to be so concerned about Benion having you in their good graces, So yeah, I hope we get to see a bit more about that. This was, rivals collide, so I guess the focus was supposed to be Ike versus Micaiah, but Ike and Micaiah never got to meet. So even though their armies fought, I wouldn't say this was like a head-on clash yet. I think they are keeping that for later in part 3. I would say maybe not the final part, because the final part being Ike versus Micaiah would feel a bit, I don't know. I just don't think they would do that. I think they would keep an actual bad person for the end of part 3. But maybe like the penultimate chapter, that could be the case. Whatever the case, loving this side of part 3. As I said, I thought it started a bit slow, and now that we are getting, when Selgius joined like the conflict, it became a lot more interesting. And now that also the Dying Army has come in here, it's even better. And if we have to at some point fight like the Benion army and the Dying Army combined or something like that, that could be also pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's getting better. It's getting even better. And that's all you can ask from a story, that it just keeps getting better. I was talking to a friend, and I do think I still prefer Path of Radiance for now. Radiant Dawn has surprised me a lot in terms of a story. I heard the story was not good, and I have to absolutely disagree. However, I do think that Path of Radiance was better, yes, in terms of pure politics and no personal motivations and no anything, yes. All of it being politics, weird like strategic maneuvers, infiltrated people like fucking Sephiram being there like in the middle of a cell just to have some influence on I don't know what. And then Sanaki also ordering us, but like, not really wanting anyone from the Senate to know. So I really liked that concept. I really liked Ike as a protagonist there. I felt like it was maybe more similar to the usual formula of Fire Emblem, where you simply have a lord and most of the units are optional. In Radiant Dawn, there's a lot of force deployed, a lot of changes in army, a lot of different losing conditions. And I think it's very brave of them to try this, and I do like that there's a game like this in the series. But well, the classical formula is a classic for a reason. I still think that the normal Path of Radiance formula that is more similar to, I don't know, GBA Fire Emblem, but just done in a GameCube, it's a bit better. So yeah, call me a conservative or whatever. I guess like Path of Radiance a bit more. What I really like about this game, however, is the new protagonist. I think Micaiah is an incredible protagonist. I think Elincia was pretty cool, even though I expected her to appear a bit more. But in exchange, I got Geoffrey and Lucia, and Nephany for a bit. Lucia was like incredible. Really, really love Lucia too. So yeah, there's like so many pieces in motion right now that I'm sure that when it goes down, it's going to be absolute chaos. And I'm glad to see that. If you liked, then consider liking, subscribing, leaving a comment. And yeah, as always, this has been Pomum, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.